I have made it to Moldova and it's absolutely stunning. I'm in Chisinau. I landed a couple hours ago and have arrived at the hotel, and now it's the most beautiful, stunning evening. It is June at the moment, so the weather is just cracking. It's meant to be like 29, 30 degrees every day. It's meant to be beautiful. The city is just so beautiful. Apparently not a lot of tourists come here. I don't know why, because it is just so nice. It is dinner time now, and so I'm going to go and try and find somewhere to eat. I'm just so excited to start exploring, although I'm not really going to explore tonight. Just going to get something to eat. Exploration starts tomorrow, so I just can't get over how pretty and beautiful and big the trees are. It's just lovely. We've come to the Taproom for dinner tonight, and I have chosen the pork schnitzel because it looked good on the menu. I felt like pork schnitzel. I've had a few too many wines. Moldova is getting really, really popular for wines. So if you're into wines and wineries, definitely come and check out Moldova. I missed it now. I got the pork schnitzel, and that is so good. It's just a schnitzel and a potato salad, but the schnitzel is so... that's really good. I reckon that might be even better than the schnitzel I had in Dresden in Germany. And that's a big call. That's a very big call, I think. Because, German schnitzel, but amazing food. And in addition to the schnitzel, the meal also comes with potato salad. And it's so delicious. I don't actually know, I can't identify the different flavors, but it tastes so delicious. It's so good. This meal is amazing. I knew the food would be good here. I knew the food would be good in Moldova, but as an introduction, so good. So good. Today is day 2 here in Moldova, and I'm just waiting for a Yengo to take me to the bus station. I can walk, but it's about a 30-minute walk, to go on a day tour to Transnistria. So I'm super excited about that. It's an absolute beautiful cracker of a day here today, and I'm so giddy. I woke up super early. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. We've arrived in Pridnestrovie, and we are just going to join our tour now. So it's going to be great, and I'm very excited. We started our walking tour, and we're just walking around. We went and saw the Harry Potter statue, and now here is the House of Soviets. It's beautiful.
Next up, we visit the USSR Canteen, which is accessed via a staircase at the side of what feels like a random building. The canteen is like an underground bunker. It was used by officers in the military at one point, but now it is a restaurant serving classic Soviet dishes. Here you will find a vast array of Soviet memorabilia, from furniture to posters and everything in between. After going to a few less exciting locations, such as the supermarket, we are taken through a miniature park. I was far too busy admiring the views of the cathedral in the background to pay attention to what our guide was even telling us here. Our group is then taken to the green market, where we taste the most delicious strawberries and pickles I've ever had the pleasure of eating. Our walking tour then continues through some parkland areas, where the cutest little birdhouses are installed in a few of the trees. We see the Dniester River and the beach, followed by Catherine the Great Monument. Our guide then takes us to the Memorial of Glory. Here, there are monuments commemorating different periods of history. It is here I learn about the people who gave up the safety of their lives to help with clearing the Chernobyl site when disaster struck. While all the monuments here are noteworthy, the other one to note is the monument to the defenders of the fatherland, dedicated to the people who died defending Pridnestrovie in 1992. Our last stop before lunch is the presidential palace of Tiraspol and the grand statue of Lenin. We are then taken to the village of Parcani between Tiraspol and Bender for a home-cooked lunch.
It's just so good.
Brava. India.
Cheers.
But you travel a lot? Yeah. And you?
Like one person.
Yeah, we have our family. So our people don't travel so much. We the second place just one week in India. No, that's okay.
Once lunch is finished, we're taking to Bender for the remainder of our tour. After visiting the main monuments, Memorial of Commemoration and Sorrow, City of Military Glory Still, and the Bender 1992 Memorial, we walk to Bender Fortress. In the grounds of the fortress is the Alexander Nevsky Church, which our guide tells us has real gold adorning the domes. It was built in 1833 and survived by being turned into a soldiers' club through the Soviet years. The church was restored in the 2000s and now it is simply stunning. The interior is so light and bright. We were lucky the guide got us in because the church had just been cleaned and mopped and they didn't want a big group dirtying the floors again. And as a mum, I completely understand. But I'm glad we got to see the inside because it truly is beautiful. Our group is then taken to the fortress. The fortress was built in medieval times but was taken over when the Ottoman Empire controlled this area from 1538. The citadel is, for the most part, original. Within the walls of the fortress, there is a historical museum and a museum of torture. The Museum of Torture can be quite confronting with some of the techniques and apparatuses on display. Once you've checked out both the museums, you can climb up to the top of the wall and walk along the perimeter.
So we've just got back from Pridnestrovie. I think that's how I pronounce it. Anyway, we just got back from there and I have to say it was actually a really good day. Now we did catch a bus over in the morning, which was very straightforward, very easy. It was 50 Moldova lei each person. So that was pretty reasonable and economical. Yeah, and so you get to the border and you get your little visa, you tell them how long you're going to be there for, you just go through the formalities. And then you get to the bus station and we met our tour guide at the bus station and she picked us up hopped in a taxi, went over to Tiraspol, where we started at the Harry Potter Monument, and then we made our way back down to, how far did we get? Oh, I can't remember how far we got. Oh, yeah, to the government building, to the massive big government building opposite the War Memorial. So we got to there. Afterwards, we got picked up by some taxis and we went back to one of the other guides' house where they made us lunch. And it was a 3-course meal and it cost the 300 lei each. It was really, really good. Like, it was the national dish. The soup was the national dish and it was just incredible. I love dill. I don't use it in my own cooking because I don't really know how. However it was used in that dish, it was just fantastic, incredible. And there was also like a spanakota, but not a spanakota, but it was like that. And that was just the entree. And I was full, absolutely full, by the time that the entree had even been eaten. But then there was still the main course and then dessert. So the main course was a chicken and potato stew of sorts, absolutely delicious, and then a cake, and then wine. The wine was homemade. It was homemade wine, and then there was also homemade brandy and homemade vodka. Now I was a little bit wary because, you know, ethanol poisoning, but the vodka was the smoothest vodka I've ever tried, and I just took a tiny little sip, had some wine. The father of the guide, whose, you know, wife does all the cooking. Anyway, his job obviously is just to go around filling up everyone's glasses. It was absolutely incredible, and toasting us all constantly. But it was really lovely. And then after that, we went over to Bender. Went to just around the town of Bender. There's a couple of monuments there that we went and saw. And then we also went to the fort, and the fort was really good. I really enjoyed the fort. It was an old Ottoman fort, because Ottomans were in the area, centuries ago. But after the fort, we went back to the bus stop where we caught a horrible, terrible bus on the way back. It was the hottest, stuffiest bus I've ever been on. So if you have the opportunity to get a taxi, do that. So now we are just finding somewhere to eat for some dinner, although I'm not hungry because, you know, a 3-course meal for lunch was more than enough. But I feel like I'm not here for long enough, so I have to try all the food as much as I can. So we are going to go and get some dinner and then relax because we're exhausted from walking around all day in the heat. But amazing day. Definitely recommend going to Pridnestrovia, or the Pridnestrovian Moldovian Republic. So check it out. It was so calm, so serene. It was absolutely beautiful, and I got some money. I got some of the plastic money, which is really cool. Ordered the gyros. I've already tried the meat, and it is so delicious. But I'm gonna make it into like the way it's meant to be, like a bit like a shawarma. Yeah, so I know this is going to be amazing. Just not. It's really good. You're missing out. Today is day 3 in Moldova, in Chisinau. It is just a stunning morning. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning and we are heading out for the day. And first up, we are going to the military museum. So it's just a direct walk from our hotel, and yeah, should be good. If not good, interesting.
The Military History Museum in Chisinau is open 6 days a week, with Monday being closed. The museum has a vast collection of memorabilia from numerous conflicts.
So we're here at the museum, and there is an outdoor area that has a lot of the old artillery vehicles, planes. So there's a MiG there. This one here is a missile, and some tanks as well. And we're going to go inside and see what we can see inside the actual museum part. We've just finished going around the museum, and it costs 10 lei per person to get in, and also 10 lei extra if you want to film and take videos. So, which I've done, hopefully you've seen them. Now, honestly, I wasn't expecting much, because when you first walk in and you walk into the first room you go into, look, it has some old military stuff, some weapons, bows and archery bows, and some tomahawks and stuff like that. And so I thought, oh, okay, this is fine, it's fine. But then you start going through, and the displays and the way that the information has been displayed and the photos, just everything is amazing. If you do have an interest in military history, then I absolutely recommend, if you're here in Moldova, to come and visit the Chisinau Military Museum. It is really sad, actually. And the displays are so well put together that you can't help but really feel. Yeah, and a lot of it comes down to, like, why do we have war? Why do we escalate to the point of violence, and terrible violence at that? Like, I for one will never understand it, but it happens. And it's places like this, I think, that hold on to some of that humanity around the wars. Yeah, definitely, if you're here in Chisinau, the Military Museum. We have just made our way down to Ciuflea Monastery. Oh, I haven't said that correctly. Anyway, it is a beautiful monastery here in the heart of Chisinau, and it was built in 1858, and it is gold domed. And it is absolutely stunning, and it does hold the tombs of the brothers who founded the monastery here. So yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. just finished at the monastery, and it was really beautiful. And the thing that I really loved about it on the inside is that there were lots of, I don't know, but I'm assuming original paintings on the domes and the roofs and walls. And and there was one that was redone, and the question is, do you preserve the original paintings, or do you redo them and update them? I mean, I guess that's the question of the ages. But look, it was really stunning. We did wait a little bit. When we first went and had a look, there was a family that were having a christening. So once that had finished, everyone kind of went in and had a look around, and it was really lovely, and just so peaceful, so serene, and the grounds are beautiful as well. So now I'm staring right at the old hotel here in Moldova that is painted in the colours of the flag, so blue, yellow and red. So I'm going to just go down and have a look. I'm not going in. I don't know, derelict buildings kind of scare me, just in case they're not structurally the structural integrity may not be there anymore after not having any maintenance, not being looked after. So I'm not going to go in it, but I am going to go down and have a look at it, because it's beautiful. Like, it's really cool. And it was one of those things that when you look at videos and stuff like that, that's one of the things that always pops up. So yeah, we'll go look at it. We are here at Milestii Mici, and we have arrived for a 3 p.m. Wine tour, where we will go into the winery, into the tunnels, and have a look at all the wine. So I'm really excited and looking forward to that. And then afterwards we should be having a meal. So I can't remember, but it's a couple of course meal with some wine pairings. I chose the Moldova menu because, well, I'm in Moldova, so I really want to try as much authentic food as I possibly can, because I'll probably only ever be here once. I mean, maybe not, because I'm really, really loving this city. I could totally come back here again. But yeah, I think the tour starts soon, so we'll go and we'll check out all the winery.
The wine tour starts by boarding an electric cart. When the cart turned up with blankets on the seats, I should have realised it was going to be cold underground. The carts whisk everyone into the tunnels, and immediately the temperature drops significantly, from about 30 degrees to 12. The carts take us deep under the ground. There are over 200 kilometres of tunnels here, although only about 55 kilometres are used nowadays for the wine cellars. Milestii Mici holds a Guinness World Record for the biggest wine cellar in the world, with over 1.5 million bottles of wine. The tour takes us deep underground, and the deepest point is 85 metres below the surface level. The highlight is walking through the Golden Collection and seeing all the bottles neatly stacked up along the tunnels.
Okay, so I booked just a wine tour, and then in addition to the wine tour, I also booked a dinner. And so we hadn't finished the wine tour, and we got dropped off. A whole bunch of people were given a bottle of wine, but then we were shown to our seats because we are doing a wine tasting with our meal. So the rosé is absolutely delicious. I think this was a Chardonnay. And then there was a Sauvignon Cabernet Sauv. Cab Sav, and then a dessert wine that's fortified. And we've got like a selection of meat and vegetables as well, and some cheese. And so I think this is going to be an excellent way to taste the wine, eat some Moldovan food, and it's just going to be wonderful. I love wine and I love food. When you have a little bit of the cheese, which is lovely, salty, not particularly sour. Then you have a sip of the white wine. It just, it's like they cancel each other out. It's just really a really nice flavour, really nice blend. Oh, that's amazing. Our next course has arrived, and it's noisy here because we've got the accordion and the violinist playing, and it's lovely. And they played Waltzing Matilda after they asked where we're from. So Australia, obviously Waltzing Matilda. The next course has arrived, and it's an amazing soup. Chicken, I know this is going to taste just divine. So let's go for it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. The sour cream dollop just gives it a real creaminess, and it just enhances the flavour. There's obviously dill. I love dill. Parsley, other herbs, a few vegetables and some chicken in it and some noodles. And it is just amazing. It's still really noisy here. I have absolutely no idea what I'm eating besides the meat is pork. That is it. So it looks like egg. It looks like polenta, pork. There's like I think it's a sour cream because I can't taste any sour cream. And, cheese. All right, let's try them now. So a bit of the polenta. It's okay. Can do with some seasoning though, I think. I think this is egg. It's as egg is. And now a little bit of the pork. Oh, this is just falling apart. Oh. Okay. Pork's really delicious. A little bit salty, but really delicious. So I'm wondering if you get a little bit of everything together and try it. I feel like that seems the way to go. A little bit of everything all together. It's really nice. Really nice. It needs a bit of seasoning though. I think definitely. Although the pork is salty, but the polenta and the eggs aren't. I don't know. I'm just gonna eat it. I'm a glass and a bit in. I'm just gonna eat. It's fine. It's nice. It's nice. We're now on to the final course, and it looks to be a Black Forest crepe. So I need to put this down because I need to use my knife. Do I need to use my knife? Black Forest crepe. Yeah, so it's a crepe filled with cream and the cherry and then rolled up. And it's really yummy. I quite like it. The chocolate's not too sweet. The cream's not sweet. And the cherry just really balances it nicely. Yeah, I really like it. The problem is I'm so full, right? And the polenta, I'm just full. The polenta really filled me up. But anyway, cheers. Got some dessert wine to have with my crepe. Good times. Good times. Finished the wine tour and it was super fun, and I would definitely recommend coming and doing a wine tour here. And also with the food option, so I chose the Moldova menu and it had 4 courses and there were 5 wine pairings. Now I couldn't drink all that wine and I couldn't eat all that food, but it was such an experience, right? So make sure if you are going to come here, spring for the extra meal option, because it was just a really nice experience. And I loved the accordion player. I loved it all. So the only thing is at the end we were a little bit rushed to get out, which I get because, then there's the next lot of people that need to come through and eat. So, but we spent probably about an hour and 20 minutes eating dinner, although I booked the wine tour for 3 and then the food for 5. Thinking they were separate things, but it's not really separate. So at the end of your wine tour you are taken to eat straight away, so you don't need to book. Like I thought, look, we'll have an hour between, it'll give us plenty of time, we'll be able to wander around and look around the grounds and stuff. So but that's not how it panned out at all, but which is fine. It's absolutely fine. But if I'd known that, I probably wouldn't have eaten lunch because it was a very, very early dinner. It started about 4 p.m. But the food was absolutely delicious. I am stuffed. At the end of the meal, we were given a bottle of wine each, which we can't take, unfortunately, because we only have backpacks. So we don't have any checked luggage. But hopefully we'll be able to get some duty free at the airport tomorrow because the wine was scrumptious. The rosé and the dessert wine, absolutely delicious. The dessert wine was 40 years old. It was a 1986 vintage. So just delicious, absolutely delicious. I've really enjoyed today. Like day 3 in Chisinau has been absolutely incredible. And yeah, I'm just, I feel like all the videos and stuff that I've ever seen on Moldova and Chisinau just don't do it justice, right? Because I'm having the best time. Yeah, especially probably because it involves a little bit of wine, but whatever. It's still been fun. It's still been fun. It is my last night here in Moldova and it is a stunning evening. And I didn't want to waste it inside, so I decided to come out and to come down to Cathedral Park and the Triumphal Arch and just have a look around and see what's here. And it is absolutely stunning. It's so busy, not really busy, but like there's so many people out and about tonight, and it's just really just so lovely. Oh, it's just really nice. The Triumphal Arch was built in 1840 and it does commemorate the Russo-Turkish War, and yeah. It's lovely. Oh, I know I keep saying that, but it just really is. Please come visit Moldova, especially Chisinau. I think I'd really like to come back and visit more of the country and yeah, visit some of the more regional locations. This is the Metropolitan Cathedral of Christ's Nativity. It was built in the 1830s and it is a Moldovan Orthodox church, and it is just beautiful. I'm not going to go in because I don't even know if it's still open because it is after 8 o'clock at night. And can you believe like how beautiful this evening is for 8 o'clock at night? It is just stunning. Oh my goodness, if you come here like June is it. June is the best time to come. Early June, late June, I think it's going to get much hotter. But yeah, it's perfect time of the year to come and visit. It is our last day here in Moldova. It's a Sunday and again, just stunning weather. And we'll probably get up around 30 today, but there's a beautiful breeze this morning. And we've just had breakfast. We have checked out of the hotel, left our bags there, and now we are making our way to the Ethnography Museum. So if I don't get to see everything I wanted to while I'm here, it's okay. I can always come back. but I've just had so much fun anyway. So you know, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, all right, we'll make our way there. It's about a 20-minute walk from where we're staying, but it's a really lovely walk and we're not going fast. Yeah, just dawdling along, checking out all the sights and the buildings, and yeah, it's beautiful. We're walking to the Ethnography Museum and we walk past the National Museum of Moldova, and this looks really good. So I've made an executive decision and we're going to go to this one instead because it just, yeah, I think either museum would be amazing, but this one, due to its proximity of where I'm standing, I think this is the one we're going to go and see. Finished at the museum and it was really great. It was beautiful actually inside the rooms. It cost 50 lei to get in for an adult and 20 for a student. The halls that the artifacts were in were just so grand and beautiful and airy, and it was just really lovely. There was some pretty good information. displays had an English translation, which was really good, and it was helpful to know what you're actually looking at. Yeah, and there were some extra exhibitions that we were also able to go and see, including some rugs from Azerbaijan. I think the most powerful part for me, there was a diorama, and it was about one of the battles that occurred here during World War II, and it was, yeah, it took 8 years to make the diorama or to paint, and it was just incredible. And yeah, it was a really strong, poignant piece. So yeah, so if you are here in Chisinau and you want to visit a museum, this one's as good as any. Really liked it. Anyway, now we're going to go find some lunch, some souvenir stores, and I don't know what else we're going to see before we end up going back to the airport. We've got about 2 hours, so we'll see what we get up to in that time. So there's one thing since I landed that I kept looking at these trees and I'm like, they look really familiar. And it's because they are weeping mulberries, and I have one of those back home in my home in Australia. And yeah, and they're just everywhere, and they've got fruit on them, but then there's also like squished fruit all over the floor, all over the ground. But oh, they're just so lovely to see. Yeah, weeping mulberries with fruit, just here along the streets everywhere. It's awesome. And that's it for my trip to Moldova. It's been absolutely incredible. I've spent 4 days here and I've had the best time. So all I want to say is, if you see a flight to Moldova and you are unsure about whether or not you should come, the answer to that should always be yes, you should. It has been so fun. Yeah, okay, so I haven't seen as many of the things as I would have liked to have. You know, there's still museums and there's still so many things that I would have liked to have seen and visited. But, you know, I just keep thinking to myself, well, maybe I can come back again. But look, even if I never get back here, I'm so glad and grateful that I've been able to come to this country and just experience the people, the food, and it's been wonderful. And yeah, now for the flight back home. And this is only number 29 countries that I've visited. So still got so many more to go. And this one's been really good. I've really loved it. And yeah, like I said, if you ever get the opportunity to come here to Moldova, especially to Chisinau, take it with both hands and run. You will not be disappointed.